Hi, today we'll be installing some seat covers into a 2024 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab. So before you start, in the package you're going to get headrest covers if you have adjustable headrest. You're going to be getting a couple of cushion covers, look like this. These particular ones have 4 buckles in the front and straps in the back, and 2 elastics to attach to the bottom of the cushion to prevent the cover from sliding forward. And you're going to have 1 backrest, or 2 backrests. This particular set comes with zippered accommodations for the headrest because the headrests are not removable. So we have a zipper here, pops over. I'll show you how to do that. Now when you're installing, we're going to start with the cushion cover first. Identify the side you need by finding the manufacturer's label on the outside. The manufacturer's label goes on the door side. So we're going to start with the passenger side first. So first thing I do is I place the cushion cover on the cushion. Get it, everybody? And if you've got power seats, this particular one doesn't, but if you do, the covers will always tuck in behind the plastic panel, so you'd avoid the power seats and everything. If you do find it when you're tucking it in along the side, if you find it's too tough, take the back of the cover and slide it under the panel, and then just drag the whole thing along there, because on some vehicles it's tougher to get it behind there than others. This one here is okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't really have to slide it, but I will. There, okay. So now when I align the cover, I want to make sure that the whole thing is covered. Sometimes we get pictures of people saying, hey, it won't fit, and they've got the cover pulled way too far forward, so the front seam is down below here, and then the back side, it isn't covering properly. So what you got to do is you got to make sure that the cover is pulled back so that the front seam matches the front, the seams match the seams. So you take it back here and tuck it back, and you can see that fits now. And then on the way back, when I tuck it in, going to the back, I'll cross over here. I have to make sure to tuck all these through. So I like to tuck these ones here first. And I can feel there's actually a bib in the back that comes from the backrest down, and I can feel that bib. I can even push it right through past there and down underneath the bib. Now you can see, if I tuck it, the whole seat is now being covered. There's nothing exposed. And there we go. So next, I have to go to the back of the seat. Okay, so here we are at the back of the seat. Now, what I can do is this is the bib I was talking about. It's attached by 2 elastics to the bottom of the seat. You can remove it, but I find it just as easy just to pull it out. And the straps will usually fall right out quite easily on their own, or you can just reach out and pull them there. And here are the 2 elastics with hooks that I talked about later or before. So now what I'll do is I'll push the straps to the front of the seat, and I've actually moved the front seat forward, so that way I can actually move the seat back and the straps will stay there, and it'll be easier to access at the front of this seat. Now if you do have a lot of electronics, or this you're finding there's not enough room, you can try raising the seat cushion, and sometimes the whole seat will raise, sometimes just the bottom part, but usually that will afford you a bit more room to get the straps through. So let's go to the front again. Okay, so now I'm going to move the seat backwards, and I should be able to find the straps easy. And the other one here. Okay, so now I have the strap. I try to tighten it up before I put the straps through the buckles, because I don't want to put too much pressure on the buckles more than I have to. So I pull the strap forward a bit, make sure that everything is aligning, make sure everything is as it should be, and the whole seat's covered. Then, can you get a close-up of this? When I put the strap through, you want to have the buckle with the cross piece there on the top, as opposed to it being tucked up underneath. So this is the part you want to have it, just in case it got clipped in the wrong way. But you should be able to see those little striations on the top, and as opposed to there. So then I take the strap and I put it through the back part first of all, and then down into the front. And then I go like that. And you should be able to tell, because if you got it right, because you can pull on the strap and it doesn't move. And I can pull it down. And again, I pull the strap with my hand before the buckle, and then I just cinch up the excess when it's through the buckle. So for the other side, I'll do that again. Have the strap, pull it back, pulling with the pressure here. You don't want to go too crazy, but you just want to give it some nice pressure to make sure everything is lined up. Then make sure the top bar is up, is there. Then put the strap through, and through this way here. And then from here, I just take up the slack. I'm not going to pull it tight there. I just take up a little bit of slack, and there we go. I've done all the pulling on the strap before. Then I go through, make sure that the sides are tucked in like I want. Everything looks nice. There. Okay. On the outside, on the door side of the seat cover, we have the bungee cord, and this bungee cord runs along the perimeter all the way along to the other side, and that keeps the seat tucked in nicely. It doesn't really hold this cover down, it just cinches it in and it makes it look nicer. So a lot of times the bungee will just be pushed between the cushion and the backrest, and then brought out to the back and then pulled along the side. This one here, if I look down, I can see I've got some room there that I can just push it through here to access it at the bottom of the seat at the side. So I'll just pull it forward here so I can show you. And I should be able to get it there. It is. So I'm able to just reach in behind here without too much trouble and find it. So I can pull it out the side there, and I'm actually going to take that and I'm going to attach it to the bungee on the other side. So the bungee doesn't go as far back on the inside, but I can take that and I might even be able to reach around and grab it. So I pull it around, make sure it's up around the back there, and then I attach it together. So let's go to the back of the seat. Okay, so I've got some S-hooks here, and these will be attached to your packing slip that'll come with your covers. Take one out, that's what they look like, and I'm going to take the one bungee cord from the inside and I'm just going to attach them together with the bungee cord. Now, sometimes you're going to have a bit excess bungee cord. You can pull that off and then you can tie another loop on it, and that helps to keep it tight. Then what I do is I like to go and I take the straps that were on the back of the cushion with the hooks already installed, the larger hooks, and I put that over the bungee cord to keep the bungee cord up. And then I reach underneath, and you can usually really easily find any sort of the metal listings or metal pieces underneath the seat to hook them to. And you want to use somewhat, you don't pull as hard as you can, but you want to put kind of firm pressure, because these hooks, they really help to keep the cushion from sliding forward. So it keeps some tension back, because when you get in the seat, you tend to scooch forward. Okay, now I'm just going to, I've got the straps done up, and I've got the bungee cord done up, and I've got the two elastics with S-hooks done up on the back that are wound underneath. Those keep it from sliding forward, because when you get in, you do tend to scooch forward, and it moves the seat covers forward. Eventually those elastics help to keep it stay. So you got to make sure that those two loop elastics in the back are nice and snug. Okay, then I go around and I just make sure that I tuck in the edges, tuck in the back to make it look nice. There, when I'm got it, then I'm like, and I can, there, done. Now we'll do the backrest. Next, we're going to install the backrest cover. Back has a mat pocket. This particular backrest has a zipper for the accommodations for the headrest, which are not removable. On the back also, we have a Velcro strip. This is going to stick to the bib on the back of the backrest. Before we stick it on, we have to remove this strip. The protective strip goes on so it doesn't stick to the backing of the covers and damage them while they're being packed. On the front also, we have two straps that run from the front past the bib underneath the seat, and they attach to the two cushion, or to the two extra buckles at the front of the cushion. Your backrest cover will be equipped with a side impact airbag accommodation. I'll show you that here. The difference is you have a surge seam here, and on the airbag accommodations we do a single stitch of a high tensile thread, which will easily snap in the event of a detonation. It won't rip while you're just sitting on it or using it as normal, but it will break when the airbag detonates. And if you look carefully, every 3 or 4 inches we do a longer stitch called a stop gap, and that allows a good starting point for the detonation to happen, for the seat cover seam to start ripping. So if you see a bit of a different pattern with some of the stitching, that's what that's for. It's on purpose. Okay, so I take the cover, I place it over the top, making sure I have my side impact airbag tag on the side, on the outside, on the door side where the airbag is. And I pull it down, and then I make sure the zipper's untucked, tuck my headrest through, and with the Silverado, has a button on the side here, on the inside here, that I push, and that allows me to raise the headrest up and down. I want to raise it up. Make sure it's snug. Okay, then I want to take my two straps and tuck them underneath, and I can go back to the bib, and I can push the bib out and have these fall right out. I can feel them falling out. Okay, there. And I tuck this, goes in back here underneath the headrest to block that off. Make sure that's covered. And then I like to tuck the cover underneath the brackets, the headrest brackets. And then we go in the back and zip it up. Okay, here we are at the back of the seat. Here's the flap that we tucked down through here. And then I pull this together, and then pull the zipper up. Okay, then I just go down and make sure that the seat is is snug against the, there, okay. Then I'll reach underneath and pull the bib out, and those straps drop nicely to the bottom here. And I tuck it to the front, and again I've got the seat pushed forward again so that when I go to the front I can push the seat back and help to expose those straps. Pull them out, pull it down, push to the front. Okay. Okay, so back at the front again, I'll pull the lever up, push the seat back, and that helps me to find my straps nice and easily. Okay, and again, if you find there's not enough room at the underneath the cushion, most seats will have a way that you can raise the seat up and to give you more room. We didn't need it on this one because there's lots of room there. So take the strap, and you notice that here's a bit of trampolining onto the seat. That's going to happen until you tighten it up. So don't put the seat cover on and then go, oh, it's trampolining, without tightening it up, because that's an integral part. So what I like to do is, now that I've got the straps up here, I'm going to move the seat. I'll lift that head just a little bit. You can see. Now, I like to get down lower, and I grab the strap. So now I've got the strap on this end here, and what I do is I tuck it down, and I pull the strap while tucking the seat cover down, and I just run my hand along the seam here, just to push the seat cover into the seat, and applying a bit of pressure onto the bottom here. I'm not going as hard as I can, but I just apply a bit of pressure, run my hand down here, and that works the seat cover in. Then, with keeping the pressure on the strap, I thread it through the buckle. And then I just take up the slack here. So I'm not pulling as hard as I can here. I've already pulled the strap tight and got it down there. When I put it through the buckle, I'm just taking up the slack, giving it a little bit of pressure, and that's it. So the next one, I reach under, grab the strap, and I do the same thing. I pull, you can pull the cover in from the sides to get it to go down into the indentation of the seat as much as possible. There, now I can see that's plain in there nicely. It's nice and tucked in. So I can just keep the pressure on the strap, thread it through, and then just take the slack out. I'm not pulling again as hard as I can. I've already pulled it tight. Now you can see that the seat cover is nice tucked into there, and I go around the back here. Okay, the back of the seat, I'm just going to remove the protective strip from the Velcro strip. Then I take it with both hands and attach to the back, to the carpeting on the back of the bib, and there you go. Okay, next we'll be installing the headrest cover. Our headrest covers come with a perimeter elastic around the bottom, and that is meant to just cup around the bottom perimeter of the headrest, not to go too far underneath. It's just the way we do it. And the back of the headrest, you can identify that. That's where the elastic joins together. So that would be the back, and this would be the front. So what we do is I like to go from one side to the other and pull it on. You can go straight down over if you want, but I like to just put one side on and pull it over, and then just rotate the headrest to go on. You might have noticed that with the seat covers, I do a lot of this. I do a lot of smoothing and adjusting, and that's just the way that a custom fit seat cover goes on. It's what it requires. You can just put it on, and sometimes you're going to have it adjusted an inch or half an inch off, and you really are going to have to look at it and do some installing with a bit of conscientiousness and adjusting. So here with the cover, I smooth it out, get it down, I press the button, and this one here, we do cover over the button that's on here just because it protects the button, and if we put a hole there, it's difficult to finish it off and make it look nice, and really the button is easily used without having to make a hole there and everything. It just looks nicer. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're going to do the console cover. Not all of our covers, but a lot of them now, the newer ones, they come with a cover for the top lid of your floor-mounted console. Let's look like that. Now these are a little bit tricky, but they do go on, and they stay on nicely once they're on. So what I like to do is I like to sort of start on one side, and I go into the back, make sure that side is, you can see how it's not going too far underneath. I like the elastic just to cut the edge of the console. Then so I've got those two corners on, and then I tuck it onto the back, and I sort of have to hold it there, and then pull the cover over this way, and it sort of goes on like a bit of a shower cap, so it does take a little bit of finagling, but once it's on, it stays on, and it fits nicely. Oh. The tricky part is getting all four corners on without having it snap shut. But and I tucked it back there. Here I go again, smoothing. I just make sure that it goes around, wraps around all the four corners, because that's what holds it on. Okay. And then okay. There, how's it look from that side? Good. Okay. Smooth on top. And now that will stay on. Great. More smoothing. Okay, there we go.